The episode commences with Scott being drawn into a vegan-powered portal at the Rocket Club. Engaging in a time travel scuffle with a masked individual, they find themselves in the future. The masked figure reveals himself to be an older version of Scott, and together, they visit future Scott's residence. Older Scott confesses that defeating the League of Evil Exes was a monumental error in his life. Despite this, he allows Scott to utilize his virtual assistant, a voice reminiscent of the Virtual Boy, to glimpse into his own future.
Welcome back to Real Savant, where we bring you recaps of the most awesome movies and TV shows. From action, to horror, to comedy, to something the family will enjoy, we have something for everyone. Today, we bring you Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, where we follow what happened in Season 1, Episode 7, titled To Scott, to Pilgrim. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update.
Scott learns about the remaining members of the League, details about his wedding with Ramona, and their subsequent divorce. Old Scott shares his musical instruments and mentions forming a band with the Katayanagi twins. Discovering Wallace's belongings in the house, Scott encounters Old Wallace. Although Old Wallace attempts to disclose the truth about their relationship, Old Scott intervenes. A confrontation ensues between Old Wallace and Old Scott in the home, with Old Wallace demanding an explanation for the unexpected visit. Old Scott confesses that he borrowed an old robot 01 from the twins to travel back in time with the intention of preventing Scott from defeating the evil exes and dating Ramona. He expresses frustration over his failed marriage with Ramona, but Scott advises him to communicate with old Ramona and work through their issues. Scott requests advice from Old Scott on how to salvage his relationship with Ramona and prevent a divorce. However, Old Scott becomes upset as Scott seems to blame him for the marriage's failure. In the meantime, Scott converses with Old Robot 01, recalling their encounter at the rocket show. The robot reveals its ability to record everything around it. Seizing the opportunity, Scott decides to delve into the past and uncover events following Old Scott's abduction. Simultaneously, we witness Old Ramona working as a Netflix DVD delivery person. Scott and Old Wallace visit Old Ramona's residence, where she anticipates Scott's investigative move. She hands him one of Neil's books, explaining that she kept it for Scott to understand their shared history. Admitting to her own time-traveling escapade, she left the screenplay on Neil's desk, deeming her efforts futile due to the movie's failure. Scott disagrees, expressing gratitude, and Old Ramona, moved by his sincerity, listens to his narrative. With Old Ramona's support, Scott travels back in time to enlighten Ramona and others about the present situation. Present Ramona encounters her older self, and Kim captures memorable moments through photographs before the older Ramona departs. Scott apologizes to Knives for concealing Ramona from her, and acknowledges the imprudence of dating a high schooler. Surprisingly, Knives expresses contentment, attributing her personal growth to the challenges, including Scott's demise. As Scott attempts to initiate a kiss with Ramona, an unseen force interrupts them. Pondering whether he still has to confront Ramona's exes, they encounter a new complication. Knives discloses that all of Ramona's exes might make an appearance at the Broadway musical they have planned. When the exes materialize at the musical venue, Ramona, Scott, and their companions pursue them. The episode concludes with the group entering the venue, ready to stage a remarkable performance and face the impending confrontation with Ramona's exes.
If you managed to get this far, we sincerely thank you for watching the whole thing. If you have a movie or TV show that you want us to cover, just comment it down below. We might do a video of it in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our playlist for more recaps.